Okay, quick question before we start. Are you listening to this with coffee, tea, or just pure motivation today? Either way, I'm really happy you're here with us.
That's a very Mia way to start. And yeah, welcome everyone. It feels nice to sit down and talk again, like we're all sharing the same quiet moment.
Exactly. I love imagining people listening from different places: kitchens, buses, bedrooms, maybe even during a walk.
That's the beauty of listening practice. English becomes part of your real life, not just something in a book.
And that's actually a perfect way to lead into today's topic. We're talking about how to practice English every day and speak confidently without feeling stressed or overwhelmed.
Especially if you're a beginner or somewhere around A2 to B2. You don't need extreme methods, you need simple, repeatable habits.
Yes, no study for 5 hours a day or else energy here.
Definitely not. We're focusing on everyday English, real conversation, and small steps that actually work.
Warmly, before we go deeper, quick reminder: if you enjoy natural English conversations like this, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps us keep creating for you.
And it helps us justify drinking this much coffee while talking about learning.
Exactly. Very important reason. So, Ben, let's start very honestly. People always ask, how can I practice English every day? And I think many of them already know the answer, but something stops them.
Usually, fear or confusion or thinking they need the perfect plan before they start,
Yes, that feeling of, I'm not ready yet.
which is ironic because practice is what makes you ready.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Practice is what makes you ready.
I remember when I was learning a new language, I kept waiting for confidence, like it would suddenly appear one morning.
Spoiler alert, it doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. Confidence comes after action, not before.
Exactly, which brings us to the first idea. English practice has to fit into your life, not the other way around.
That already feels relieving.
Let's talk about daily practice. When people hear that, they imagine long study sessions, grammar books, tests.
Trauma.
Yes, but daily practice can be very light. Even 10 minutes matters if it's consistent,
Consistent is such a powerful word.
because 10 minutes every day is better than 2 hours once a month.
And it feels less scary.
Much less.
So, what does daily English practice actually look like?
I like to break it into 3 parts: listening, speaking, and noticing.
Ooh, noticing. That sounds gentle.
It is. Listening practice means hearing English regularly: podcasts, videos, conversations. Speaking practice means using your voice, even if it's just a little. And noticing means paying attention without pressure.
Like noticing words you recognize or phrases you hear again and again.
Exactly. That's how language sticks.
I think many learners forget that listening is already practice.
Yes, when you listen, your brain is working, even if you don't understand everything.
And it's okay to not understand everything. It's more than okay. It's normal. I feel like that sentence just hugged someone. Good, that's the goal. Let's talk about speaking, because that's the scary part for most people.
True, speaking feels risky. You make mistakes, you pause, you forget words.
And then that voice in your head goes, you sound silly.
Yes, but here's the truth. Everyone sounds silly sometimes, even native speakers.
Especially native speakers.
Exactly.
I love reminding learners that speaking English is not a performance, it's communication.
Right. The goal is to be understood, not to be perfect.
That's such an important mindset shift.
One very effective way to practice speaking every day is talking to yourself.
Which sounds strange until you try it.
Yes, describe what you're doing, talk about your day. Say things out loud like,
I'm making coffee or I need to leave in 10 minutes.
That's real useful language.
High-frequency words, daily expressions, things you actually use.
Curious, and no one is judging you.
Exactly. You can make mistakes freely.
Oh, that's a good expression. Make mistakes.
And it's a very normal part of learning.
Another thing I love is shadowing, listening and repeating quietly or out loud.
Yes, shadowing builds rhythm and confidence. You don't need to understand every word, just follow the sound.
It's like dancing with the language.
That's a very poetic way to put it.
Let's talk about confidence, because that's in the title. People want to speak confidently fast.
And confidence grows when you feel familiar with English, when it feels less foreign.
Like an old jacket instead of a new one.
Exactly. And familiarity comes from repetition, hearing the same phrases again and again.
Like, how's it going? Or, I'm not sure, or it depends.
Those are perfect examples of everyday English.
I noticed that learners often focus on rare words.
Words they'll use once a year.
Yes, instead of phrases they need every day.
That's why it's better to focus on common expressions, things you can use right away.
Another useful one. Let's imagine a simple daily routine for English practice.
Okay. Morning, 5 minutes of listening while you get ready. Afternoon, notice English around you. Signs, apps, videos. Evening, 2 or 3 minutes of speaking.
That sounds doable.
Very doable. And that's important. If it feels too hard, people stop.
What about grammar? People always worry about grammar.
Grammar matters, but it shouldn't stop you from speaking. You learn grammar better when you see it in context.
In real sentences.
Exactly. Real conversation teaches grammar naturally.
I think that's comforting for beginners.
It should be.
There's also the emotional side of learning English.
Definitely. Language is personal. When you speak, you show part of yourself.
That's why fear feels so strong.
Yes, and that's why kindness towards yourself is part of practice.
Being patient,
Letting progress happen step by step.
not rushing.
Exactly.
Before we move on, I want to share one small habit that helped me a lot.
Go ahead.
I chose one simple phrase per day, just one, and I tried to use it in my thoughts, my notes, even messages.
That's a great strategy.
It made English feel manageable.
That's a key word here. Manageable. Learning English shouldn't feel like a burden.
It should feel like something you live with.
Exactly.
In the next part, we'll talk more about habits, motivation, and how to keep going when you feel stuck.
And we'll break everything down into clear, simple steps.
You know, something you said earlier really stayed with me, that English has to fit into your life, not take it over.
That's because most people don't quit English. They quit the pressure around it.
Wow, yes, that pressure of, I should be better by now.
Exactly. That sentence quietly kills motivation.
I hear it so often. Learners compare themselves to others.
Or to a version of themselves that doesn't exist.
That imaginary fluent self who never makes mistakes.
Yes, very unrealistic.
Let's talk about motivation, because practicing every day sounds great until life happens.
Right. Bad days, busy schedules, low energy.
Days when you just want to lie down and not think in another language.
And those days are normal.
Thank you for saying that.
This is where habits matter more than motivation.
Can you explain that a bit?
Motivation goes up and down. Habits stay. If English is part of your routine, you don't need to decide every day.
You just do it.
Exactly. Even when you don't feel like it.
I like the idea of minimum effort days.
Tell me more.
Days when you do the smallest possible thing, 1 minute of listening, one sentence out loud.
That's excellent because it helps you keep going instead of stopping completely.
Yes, stopping feels much heavier than continuing.
Many learners think daily practice means perfect practice.
Oh no.
Daily practice just means showing up,
Even tired, even messy.
especially then.
What do you think about using English in daily life, not just study time?
That's one of the best things you can do. Change your phone language. Think in English while shopping.
Talk to yourself while cooking.
Exactly. That's how English becomes familiar.
Familiar is such an important word.
Because confidence grows from familiarity, not perfection.
I think that really needs to sink in. Some learners say, I understand English, but I can't speak.
That's very common. Understanding comes first, speaking follows.
So it's not a problem.
Not at all. It just means you need more speaking practice.
So which brings us back to using your voice every day.
Exactly.
I also notice that people are afraid of their accent.
Yes, they worry about sounding wrong.
But accents are part of identity.
Absolutely. An accent means you speak more than one language. That's a strength.
I love that.
The goal is clarity, not sounding like someone else.
Being understood.
Exactly.
Let's talk about mistakes again, because there's such a big fear.
Mistakes are information. They show you what to learn next.
That feels much kinder than mistakes are bad.
Because it's true.
I remember once saying a sentence completely wrong, and people still understood me.
That happens a lot.
And I realized, oh, communication still worked.
That's a powerful moment.
It helps you let go of fear.
Exactly.
Another thing learners ask is, how long does it take to speak confidently?
That depends on practice, not talent.
Ooh, that's honest.
Confidence comes in small waves. One day you say a sentence without thinking. Another day you don't panic when you forget a word.
Those moments matter.
They really do.
I think it's important to celebrate small wins.
Absolutely. That's how you build confidence.
Another good expression.
Check. We're collecting them today.
What about learning with other people?
Very helpful if the environment feels safe.
Safe is the key word.
If you feel judged, you'll stop speaking.
That's why friendly conversations matter so much.
Even listening to real conversations helps you understand rhythm and tone.
Like this one.
Exactly. This is listening practice and speaking practice combined.
I want to touch on something emotional.
Go ahead.
Learning English can sometimes make people feel small,
Yes, like losing part of your personality.
and that can be scary.
But over time, you build a new voice in English.
That's beautiful. And that voice doesn't have to be perfect.
It just has to be yours.
Before we move to the final part, can you summarize the key ideas so far?
Sure, practice every day, even a little. Focus on listening and speaking. Use English in real life. Be kind to yourself.
That's clear and simple.
That's the goal.
In the last part, I'd love to reflect on the emotional side one more time and help listeners imagine their future with English.
And we'll bring everything together.
You know, when I imagine someone listening to this right now, I don't picture a perfect student. I picture a real person, maybe tired, maybe hopeful, maybe both.
That's usually the case. Most learners are just trying to fit English into already full lives.
Nods. Work, family, stress, responsibilities, and English somewhere in between.
Which is exactly why the approach matters so much.
I want to talk about the future for a moment. Not some distant, unrealistic future, but a very normal one.
Go on.
A future where English feels familiar, where you don't freeze before speaking, where you don't translate every word in your head.
That future is built quietly through daily habits.
Through showing up again and again.
People often think confidence appears suddenly.
Like magic.
But in reality, confidence is a collection of small moments.
Moments like understanding a sentence without effort,
Or speaking without apologizing first.
or realizing you didn't panic when you made a mistake.
Exactly. That's progress.
I think it's important to say this clearly. You don't need to be fluent to live your life in English.
You just need enough to express yourself.
Enough to be human in the language.
That's a great way to put it.
When learners stop chasing perfection, something interesting happens.
What's that?
They relax, and when they relax, they speak better.
That's absolutely true. Tension blocks language.
I want to say something directly to the listener, if that's okay.
Of course.
If you feel slow, stuck, or frustrated, you're not failing, you're learning.
And learning is not a straight line.
Some days feel easy, some days feel heavy.
Both are part of the process.
I love the idea of English becoming a companion, not a test.
That mindset changes everything.
When English is part of your day, music, thoughts, short conversations, it stops being scary.
It becomes familiar, and familiarity builds confidence.
Let's revisit a few expressions we use today, just naturally.
Good idea.
We talked about how it's okay to make mistakes.
And how small habits help you keep going.
We mentioned using phrases you can use right away.
And how practice helps you build confidence.
And how learning lets you let go of fear.
Those are powerful tools.
If someone listening remembers just one thing from today, I hope it's this: small steps count.
And daily contact with English matters more than intensity.
You don't need to rush.
You just need to continue.
What about you? Tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
What helps you practice English every day, even a little?
As we start to close, I just want to say thank you for being here.
For listening, for trying, for learning.
You're doing more than you think.
Truly.
Thanks for being part of our little English journey.
Wherever you are, have a wonderful day.
And if you liked this episode, subscribe, leave a like, and share it. It really helps our little studio grow.